everyone, welcome to Sustainable Innovation YouTube channel. We've been growing and working everywhere, spreading the message of love, the message of climate change. Now we are here in Buchenya. Buchenya is doing an amazing job under the leadership of the principal, the head teacher who has committed his life, his students, his teachers to make a difference. Please listen carefully and emulate what this teacher is doing to help us make a change in our country. Together we can do it. With Buchenya being a model school where we can learn all we need to do to make it. Thank you.
My name is Geoffrey Muga, the head teacher of Buchenya Comprehensive School. I joined this school in the year 2018 during the first localization program. When I arrived in this school, I realized that the school had a high potential of agriculture. Why? Because it had adequate land that could sustain agricultural activities in the school. I got introduced to Madam Biliha Maraba, the teacher in charge of 4K Club. I found when she was trying her best to do the work, because sometimes she could be demoralized by some of the things disappearing. But I got involved in the activities that were being done and supported Madam to bring out the 4K Club in the school because of the availability of land. So we started supporting Madam in every activity that she wanted, plus the children, encouraging them to be part of the 4K Club members. So we went through the registration and we got those children that were interested in 4K Club. Now, what was the main challenge that we had? The challenges that we had was that during the dry spell, we could have crops, but then they could dry up because of lack of water. However, we have tried to bring some tanks to help us get the water, but still it's not adequate because it needs to supply the whole school with water for cooking, for hand washing. So we need some more water to enhance our agricultural production, because we have a big land that needs enough water supply. Through our initiative, our children have been able to compete even into the World Food Program Day, and they became #1. That's why you see this trophy here, because of their work. Why do the children in this school enjoy 4K Club? We motivate these children, and they see the need to why 4K Club is important. For example, there is a child called Mayunga. Mayunga, we support him in paying his school fees through the 4K Club. We have a boy called Mwangi. We support him again by paying the school fees because he's a needy child. There's also a child who had a heart problem. The 4K Club stood with the boy who was at the death point. And since we stood with the boy, he's now very active in class as a result of the help of the 4K Club. In this school, children are enjoying doing various activities like crop growing. They also do some tree. They also plant some tree nurseries, which they sell and add money to their club. I have opened for them a bank account for the 4K Club, where they have their own leaders who sell their own produce, and they bank the money to the bank account that I've given them. I don't interfere with their money. I want them to enjoy and see the importance of farming and how they get their own money to do the farming. Through this 4K Club, these children are very sharp in agriculture lesson because they do it practically in the farm, and therefore it helps them to answer some questions that are supposed to meet in the CBC curriculum. Like, for example, the rabbit rearing that we're having. It was a grade 6 agricultural project. We chose to rear rabbits. So we have sustained that program up to now. The children are eating the meat from the rabbits, they get urine from the rabbit, they get fertilizer, which they use as fertilizer and manure to their crops in the school. These children again harvest their produce every Friday, and they have been divided into various groups. They have around 5 groups led by 5 group leaders, and each group harvests their own money, which now they send to the secretary and the treasurer of the school, who is also a pupil. What the children do at school here has also gone up to the villages. Whatever they practice at school, if we do tree planting, we give them some seedlings to go and plant at home. If we make nursery of vegetables, we also give them to go and plant at home. So they are becoming teachers within this community. The parents are really benefiting through the lessons. Sometimes when the parents come to school during the Parents' Day, we have a session with them to see what they do in the farm. For example, we grow a lot of trees. So when the parents come here, we give them at least 3 tree seedlings. Then we tell them the 5th, 6th, 7th, they can buy from the school. So by the time they leave the school, they have left us with somewhat money in which we put again into the 4K club members. These children have been motivated by going to trips. We motivated them by taking them to trips like Buchenya Institute. They visited there, they learned more techniques. They also went out to a national park, Ruma, where they enjoyed seeing various wild animals. As they came back, they came and we stopped at a Hero irrigation scheme. So they had to learn some of those skills and asked me whether they can start rice farming in the school. Next year, God willing, we shall introduce rice growing in the school. Behind here, you can see the children have started the mushroom growing, which is earning them a lot of money. Already right now we have harvested the mushrooms that were here. They are being dried by a dryer outside there, and the mushrooms are sold at 1,000 shillings for a 2 kilograms tin. And one of our main buyers is Professor Professor Ruth Onyamo, who really likes the vegetables and the malenges that are there. She's our main customer within the school. The vegetables in the school are sold to the JSS class. We buy the vegetables from the farm, and we cook for children the vegetables. So we buy within the school to enhance the program. I give every week 700 shillings vegetables weekly for the children, which comes from the same club, and it benefits the school. Another thing is that when we harvest our maize again, we also do maize farming. We have 3 sessions in our school. We have the ECD, we have the special unit, then we have the feeding program of the school. I give 1 sack to the ECD, I give 1 sack to the special unit, then the rest we buy for the lunch program of the JSS school. So all the maize we bought, we harvested, we never sold them outside. The JSS bought it, that's providing lunch for them in the school. We also encourage other teachers who are in the various schools. Let them not use farming as a punishment to the child. Let the child enjoy farming and know the importance of farming by doing practical work in the shamba. Like our children here, we don't force them to go to the shamba. When it's time to be in the shamba, they go. We don't force them. We have encouraged them. We have motivated them. Some of the crops that come from the shamba, for example, we have the bananas. This is an example of the banana that we harvested recently. This one here. We always harvest these bananas weekly, or after every 2 weeks we harvest them. But now when the children come during their free working time, we give them these bananas to eat free. We don't sell the bananas, but the children who work in the farm benefit by eating the bananas to strengthen them as they work on the very day of the school. We also buy them some tea when they come to work on the farm. For example, when they come to feed the rabbits, some come to weed their flowers, some come to weed their vegetables. Sometimes we even cut some sugar cane that we grow and we give them to eat as a motivation. So I want to thank the teachers for the good work they have done to the school, for the endeavors work they have done to the school to motivate the learners. We have this boy called Sean Wayne, who has an interest of being an agricultural officer, and how I believe that God helps him to achieve or become the master that he wants to be. And I want to believe if God helps the school, we shall grow to other levels. The main challenge we are having right now, some of the community people here are not good. They steal our crops. Some of them come to steal our crops, which is not a good thing actually. Some of them come even they destroy our taps for the water, which is not something good. How I wished I got a good fence that could fence the school thoroughly, so that the thieves that come through the back door, they cut our wire and get into the school and steal our properties. Recently they stole our vegetables, but I pray God to change them, because I want to believe that bad people change to become good people through God's will. I want to thank all the visitors who have come to our school. I want to thank also other schools that have come to school for benchmarking, and our children explain to them. We teachers don't explain to the visitors, but the learners explain to the visitors what they are doing. This has created confidence in the learner. This has created the learner to know as he is explaining. That is learning to learn. They learn, then they also teach others on the same issue. Those are some of the core competencies that we train in the CBC. And I want to believe that those who are outside and are interested to come and benchmark with us, they are welcome. I want to thank Madam Bilha for the good work she's doing. I want to thank Madam Seka, though she has retired, she has been of great help to the school. And I want to thank God for this school. I want to thank God for the parents who allow their children to come and do the work and protect their school and take care of their school through the 4K club. I want to request the government, if possible, if we can be given more money to fence our school thoroughly, so that the issue of theft shall not be seen in the school. Thank you very much. God bless you.